In the shadows of modern life, where digital screens flicker with false promises and society whispers sweet lies of convenience, the true essence of masculinity lies buried, hidden beneath layers of diluted virtues and forgotten codes. We live in an era where strength is mislabeled as aggression, where decisiveness is mistaken for arrogance, and where the call for self-reliance is drowned out by the relentless noise of conformity. But deep down, in the marrow of every man's bones, there's a primal call, a whisper from the ancestors who walked before us, a reminder of a fire that refuses to be extinguished. What does it mean to be a man? It's not defined by fleeting power or the weight of a paycheck. It's not validated by shallow conquests or empty bravado. True masculinity is the quiet, unyielding force that shapes mountains. It's the discipline to rise before the sun, to face the mirror and confront your deepest fears. It's the grit to forge ahead when the world pushes back. It's about standing tall, not because you seek admiration, but because your soul demands it. Our forefathers knew this truth. Think of the warriors who stood their ground, unflinching in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius, who led an empire with a heart armored by stoic wisdom, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Spartans didn't seek battle for glory. They faced death because their code demanded honor and loyalty. True strength is born in those quiet, invisible moments of resistance. The choice to fight when retreat seems easier. The resolve to protect, to build, to endure. And here you are, standing at a crossroads. Every man faces this moment. Will you be shaped by the world, bent and broken to fit its mold? Or will you rise as the architect of your destiny? This isn't just a choice. It's a call to arms. A battle cry for every man who's ever felt lost, who's ever questioned his purpose. The path is not easy. It requires you to strip away the layers of falsehood, to burn down the illusions, and to rebuild from the ashes with nothing but raw, unfiltered truth. Society tells you to suppress your instincts, to conform, to blend in. But the world doesn't need more shadows. It needs men who burn brightly with purpose. It needs warriors, leaders, men of conviction. Because when a man stands tall, rooted in his true essence, he doesn't just change his own life, he changes the world around him. In today's world, the concept of being a man has been diluted, softened, and stripped of its essence. We've traded the armor of our forefathers for the false comforts of modernity. They call it progress, but in truth, it's a slow erosion, a systematic dismantling of the core values that define generations of real men. Look around. Society pushes you to conform, to be docile, to blend into a mold that serves everyone but yourself. They sell you the idea that masculinity is outdated, that strength is aggression, and that your natural instincts are a flaw to be corrected. But deep down, you know the truth. The fire of true masculinity hasn't died. It's waiting, smoldering beneath the surface, ready to roar back to life. Think of the warriors of old. They built empires with sweat and blood, faced hardships head-on, and protected their families with unyielding resolve. They didn't seek approval from the crowd. They followed a code: discipline, honor, self-reliance, and an unbreakable spirit. It's time to resurrect that ancient code. Being a man isn't about dominance or appearance. It's a relentless commitment to becoming the best version of yourself, no matter the cost. It means facing your demons, mastering your emotions, and embracing the weight of responsibility. It's about crafting a life of purpose, not drifting aimlessly in the currents of modern expectations. True masculinity isn't for the weak. It demands sacrifice. It requires you to rise from the ashes of comfort and mediocrity. So ask yourself, are you ready to reclaim the power within? Or will you let the world define what kind of man you should be? The choice is yours, and it's time to decide. Step 1. Take full responsibility for your life. True masculinity begins with personal accountability. A real man doesn't play the blame game. He doesn't point fingers or make excuses for his failures or shortcomings. No, he stands tall and takes ownership of his life, good or bad. It's easy to fall into the trap of playing the victim, blaming your circumstances, or blaming the world for everything you're going through. But real men know that every situation, every decision, and every outcome is theirs to own. They understand that no one is coming to save them. If they want to make it out of the darkness, they have to save themselves. Think about Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A man who takes responsibility over his mind, his thoughts, and his actions is a man who will never falter in life. When you take full responsibility, you're no longer a slave to your circumstances. You become the master. Step 2. Develop unshakable self-belief. To be a man, you must have unshakable self-belief. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or who's doubted you. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will. The world is full of critics, but a true man doesn't wait for permission or approval. He doesn't let anyone's doubts or negativity shake his belief in himself. You have to develop an inner confidence that is bulletproof. No one can take that from you unless you give it away. Muhammad Ali once said, "I am the greatest." I said that even before I knew I was. That belief, that fire, was the core of his success. He didn't care about anyone else's opinion. He knew what he was capable of. When you develop true self-belief, you stop seeking validation. You stop seeking approval. You become the alpha in your own life. Step 3. Master your emotions and control your mind. Being a man means controlling your emotions, not letting them control you. Emotions are powerful forces, but a real man learns to control them, to master them. Emotions are a tool. They can fuel you to take action, but if you let them rule your life, you'll always be in chaos. Think about the Stoic philosophy. Great men like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius didn't just avoid negative emotions. They learned to reframe their thinking, to change how they viewed challenges, pain, and setbacks. They understood that nothing in life is inherently good or bad. It's how you react to things that defines your experience. The ability to stay calm in a storm, to make decisions based on reason rather than impulse, is one of the core principles of true masculinity. It's about control. Control over your body, control over your mind, control over your destiny. Step 4. Build a legacy. A true man understands that he is building a legacy. It's not about living in the moment or seeking short-term satisfaction. A real man thinks long-term. He knows that the impact he has today will echo for generations. This could be through your children, the business you build, the people you mentor, or the causes you support. A man who is focused on legacy doesn't waste time on distractions. He doesn't focus on what everyone else is doing. He is too busy creating something meaningful. You have to ask yourself, what do you want to leave behind? Is it wealth, influence, wisdom, strength? The greatest men throughout history Alexander the Great, Napoleon, or even modern legends like Steve Jobs all had a vision that went beyond themselves. They thought about the impact they would leave on the world, and that's what drove them. Step 5. Embrace the pain and grow from it. If you want to be a true man, you have to embrace pain. Life is full of hardships, but they're not there to break you. They're there to make you stronger. Real men don't shy away from struggle. They welcome it because they know that adversity is the greatest teacher. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to stay in your safe bubble. But real growth, real transformation comes from embracing the struggle. Think about the legendary Spartan warriors. They didn't avoid pain. They endured unimaginable hardship because they understood that every drop of sweat, every battle scar, made them stronger. When you embrace pain, you learn to push past your limits. You build mental fortitude and resilience that others can only dream of. Every time you face hardship and come out stronger, you solidify your place as a true man. Step 6. Become the protector and provider. Real men protect their families, their loved ones, and their communities. They step up without hesitation and take responsibility for the well-being of others, whether it's your family, your friends, or people who rely on you. Being the protector is essential to your role as a man. A man is not just a provider of material wealth. He is the emotional and spiritual provider. The strength to protect comes from the will to provide. You must be able to offer your wisdom, your energy, and your presence to the ones you love. Being a provider isn't just about money, it's about stability, guidance, and a sense of purpose. In a world full of uncertainty, being the rock for others is what separates real men from boys. Step 7. Always keep evolving. A true man never stops evolving. He never rests on his laurels, and he never accepts mediocrity. Real men understand that life is about constant growth. Complacency is the enemy of masculinity. To be a true man, you must be relentless in your pursuit of betterment. That doesn't just mean physical growth. It means emotional growth, mental growth, and spiritual growth. Never stop learning. Never stop pushing yourself. Always seek the next level. David Goggins, a man who has pushed his body and mind to limits most people couldn't even imagine, once said, "You are stopping you. You are the problem." Every day is a new opportunity to evolve into a stronger, better version of yourself. So let me leave you with this. You're not just living in this world, you're carving your place in it. You have the power to shape your future, to mold your identity, and to become the man you were always meant to be. Every single day is an opportunity for you to take control, to rise above, and to break free from the chains that have been holding you back. Understand this: the world is not going to hand you success, respect, or fulfillment. You have to take it. You have to earn it. And to earn it, you need to step into your full power. That means taking responsibility for your life, building yourself from the inside out, and never apologizing for who you are or what you want to become. Every man has two choices in this world: to stay comfortable and be average, or to step into the unknown, to embrace the pain, the struggle, the sacrifices that will push him to become something greater. The path is not easy, but it's worth it. And you, right now, you're standing at the crossroads. You can keep playing the game the way society expects, or you can choose to walk the path of a real man, fearless, powerful, and unstoppable. The road to greatness is paved with sacrifices. You'll lose friends, you'll experience pain, and you'll face rejection. But all of that is part of the journey. The true man doesn't wait for life to get easier. He gets stronger. He doesn't cry over challenges. He faces them head on, knowing that each one is another step toward his ultimate destiny. So if you're serious about changing your life, about becoming the man you were born to be, then stop holding back. No more excuses. No more delays. The time to act is right now. Hit that like button if you've ever felt the fire inside you to rise. Subscribe to the Midnight Alpha, because we're not here to sugarcoat anything. We're here to help you unlock the version of yourself that the world isn't ready for. Share this with anyone who needs that push, because it's time we stop waiting for approval and start making our mark on this world. This is your time. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. Welcome to the Midnight Alpha, where men rise.